Most people assume that to get a serious training partner on their wrist, they have to drop a small fortune or deal with a device that feels like a brick. But then you pick up this thing, and it's almost shocking how light it is. It's one of those watches that just disappears once you strap it on, which is exactly what you want when you're 3 miles into a run and starting to feel the fatigue. The design is simple, maybe even a bit understated, but that's part of the charm. It doesn't scream for attention, it just does the job. Now the screen is a 1.2-inch transflective display, and honestly, it's a smart choice. It's not trying to be a smartphone on your wrist with a super bright, battery-draining OLED. Instead, it stays visible even under the harshest midday sun, which is where it really counts. You get a touchscreen, which is responsive enough, though the physical buttons are still going to be your best friend when your hands are sweaty or you're wearing gloves. Speaking of battery, that's the real party trick here. You can go nearly 2.5 weeks without hunting for a charger, provided you aren't running a marathon every single day. Even with the GPS cranked up, it holds its own for a solid 38 hours, which is plenty for almost any weekend adventure. What really sets this apart, though, is the dual-frequency GPS. If you've ever tried to track a run through a city with tall buildings, you know how frustrating it is when your path looks like a jagged mess on the map. This thing cuts through that interference surprisingly well. It locks onto satellites fast and keeps the data clean. It's not just for runners, either. Whether it's cycling, swimming, or hitting the slopes for some skiing, the tracking modes are deep and genuinely useful. The breadcrumb navigation is a nice touch for when you're exploring new trails and don't want to pull your phone out every 5 minutes to check if you're still on the right path. If there's a gripe to be had, it's that the interface isn't quite as flashy as some of the high-end smartwatches out there. It's functional, clean, and gets the data to you without any fluff. But if you're looking for a vibrant, app-heavy experience, this might feel a little utilitarian. Also, the sleep tracking is decent, but it's definitely more focused on the athlete's recovery than being a comprehensive health monitor. But look, for the price and the sheer reliability, it's hard to argue with. It's a tool, not a toy. If you want something that tracks your effort accurately, stays out of your way, and doesn't die on you midweek, this is pretty much the sweet spot. It's refreshing to see a device that knows exactly what it is and refuses to overcomplicate things.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.